Hey everybody, it's Allison here, and I am here with a quick little video talking about the things you can be doing now to prepare before you go off to college. So I know many of you, let me first say congratulations, you made it to the end of the year, end of high school. Whoa, celebrate! I know you are so excited to go off to university, college, wherever you're going, whether you're going just down the street, whether you're going a few hours away like I did, whether you're going across the world, wherever you're going. These are a few things that I wish that I would have done to prepare myself a little bit more for college. I did some, but not all. So let's get into the first one. The first thing I think you should do, if you have not already done it, you need to decide what you're going to major in. This summer, you should really think about your long-term goals. Okay, you don't want to start off your 4-year career in college because it's like a mini career, honestly. You want to make sure you know where you want to go in life. I majored in music, I majored in vocal performance, and right now I'm currently a teacher, not a music teacher. So what you want to do is really think about your long-term goals. You want to think, could I really actually see myself doing this once I step outside of college? Am I really willing to put forth the effort and the work that needs to go into it? Because many of us may start something and decide later on, like I did, honestly, I'm not really willing to put in the work for this. I wish I would have majored in something else, maybe business, because it's what I'm looking into going into now. Maybe even education, but back then I swore I would never be in a classroom. And right now I'm going into my 3rd year of teaching, and I'm actually enjoying myself. So I think some foundational things in education would have been helpful. Even if you're an athlete, you really need to think about doing something, starting some type of career, maybe sports management, maybe into some other field, because you don't want to just focus on sports, because one day you have a bad game, torn ACL, that scholarship is pulled sometimes. You don't know what to do. You didn't think about a career. You didn't think about long term. All you thought about was being famous, going to the NFL, the NBA, whatever. You need to pick a major. You need to think about what you're going to major in. That's very important. That's number 1. All right, let's get into number 2. Now, number 2 is probably the most important. Should have been number 1, but it wasn't. You need to figure, out this money. Okay? If you have not applied for scholarships, it is not too late. There are a lot of scholarships that still go out in the summer. You need to figure out how to get some more money for school. If your parents are paying, you need to be helping in some way. Maybe a summer job, putting some money towards your tuition, figuring out loans. I know I shouldn't say loans. I just got done with a Dave Ramsey training on money, on budgeting. And he is completely against loans, and I understand why, because of how many loans I have and how much I have to pay off with me and my husband. And my husband, every time he looks at my loan numbers, he just gets mad at me all over again. And I completely understand why. Loans, you can just get caught up in so much. So if you're going to take out loans, you need to have some type of a set plan in place before you head to school. How you're going to pay those off. If you're going to be able to get help to get through college, if you don't have enough loans like I did. Money can just be really funny when it comes to college. And not even just on the scholarship side, but also on your spending in college. Now, I wasted so much money in college that wasn't even mine. I would call home every weekend asking my mom for money so I could go to a party. And I have none of those clothes with me. 1, because I can't fit them. I wasted so much money on buying clothes to see the same people I saw every day on campus in sweatpants and gym shoes. I was paying money to dress up for the same clowns every weekend. Purposeless. My husband and I just finished a class on financial freedom by David Ramsey. And I feel like if I had that budget sheet in college, I would have come out on top so many times. You can go on his website. I think some of the sheets are free that he offers. We pay for the course, but I think that the course is worth it because it sets you up to just make a lot of better decisions when you are in college and when you're starting to spend money. All the money that you're getting from your graduation party, graduation gifts, college party, whatever this summer. If you have a summer job, you're babysitting, save that money. Because I used to call my mom and dad all the time for money. So I feel like if I had my own, if I would have had a job, work, study, whatever, it would have been financially easier for my parents and for me as well if I was earning my own money. I would do PNC. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, but I would definitely get with PNC. The way they set up something called their virtual wallet, and they have one for college students that has some nice perks to it. You need to get your financial priorities in order now. It got so bad for me. I'm gonna tell you a story. When I first got my account with Chase Bank, I got checks, and I became somebody that just wrote checks, and I gotten to the point, this is so terrible, I had gotten to the point I was writing bad checks. And then you can't cash it. And then you get a return check fee and that money pulled out of your account. And especially if you go into overdraft, that's just money stacking up on top of money. It got so bad, y'all, to the point I wrote a check in Walmart one time and they would not take my checks anymore because I was writing such terrible checks. Shame. I probably still can't write a check in Walmart to this day. So get your financial priorities in order this summer, all right? Let's move to number 3. Now, number 3 is one that I think is very important. Spend this summer with your family and with your close friends, not just out partying, having a good time. Spend some time with your close friends. When I went away to college, I really missed my little sister, really missed my mom, really missed my dad. There were things that I missed. So spend some time with your family. If you have little brothers, little sisters, they're gonna miss you, especially if you were such a strong and predominant figure in their life and you were someone they looked up to, you were the one they were always playing with, you were the one that they went to with their secrets, you were the one they could cuddle up in the bed next to you, you played video games. Your little brother or little sister is going to miss you so much. You want to spend that time with your mom, reassuring her, reassuring your dad that you can handle this. They've raised you all of these years to make good decisions, and you want to show them this summer, once and for all, that you can handle this. Please don't spend this summer ripping and running and acting a fool, and your parents are terrified to drive you away. Please give your parents the comfort in knowing that these 18, 17 years have not been in vain. Number 4. Number 4, I think this is important, even though I didn't have to go through this. Call your housing department and ask them if you can get information about your roommate. Sometimes they give it to you ahead of time, depending on the school that you go to. Other times they don't. My best friend from high school was my roommate. Now, just don't do that, okay? Even if y'all been best friends since you were kids, had tons of sleepovers, do not roommate with your best friend. People told us, they said, don't do it. Do not room with her. Y'all love each other, yes, but do not room together. And we said, no, we best friends, it's gonna work out. No, it did not. Within the first week of school, we had already had a problem. We tried it the second time, that second year. No, after first semester, I moved out. So it ruined our friendship, if I can be honest. You say that you're friends with someone and you're hanging around each other, but you never really know someone until you live with them. Try to join some message boards where they're talking about your school, incoming class of 2000, what year is this, 2018? Awesome babies. Incoming class of 2018 and your college. I'm sure someone has started one somewhere. What you want to do, get into the groups, just put it out there, whatever your hall name is, your dorm name is, who's staying in this. Start going through, talking to some of the people. Finding out who's in your dorm. Maybe you know what floor you're on, who's on this floor. You want to find out, if at all possible, who your roommate is before you go off to school. You want to have a conversation. You want to talk to each other. Hey, how are you doing? My name is so-and-so and so-and-so. I like this. I don't like this. I'm not saying give them a list of demands, but what I am saying is you want to at least be on a first name basis, if at all possible, before you head off to college. Your roommate is somebody you have to deal with every single day of your life while you are in college. So if you flunk a test and you're in a terrible mood, you have to go back to the room and see your roommate. And if you don't like your roommate, you're gonna have problems. That's just how it is. If your roommate likes to drink and you don't like to drink, you may have to deal with many drunken nights. If your roommate likes to smoke and you don't like to smoke, you have to deal with that smoke smell in your room. You have to deal with their bad habits. And of course, the first month or so, everything's gonna be beautiful. Everybody's gonna pick up their clothes. Everybody's gonna share their things. Everybody's gonna laugh together, get ready for the party together, no problem. But then if your roommate gets a boyfriend or your roommate gets a girlfriend, they're gonna be in the room. If your roommate is out there getting chose, and what that means is getting selected by members of opposite sex, you may be in trouble as a roommate. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to put anybody out there, but these are the realities of college. If you have a chance at all, period, find out who your roommate is. Last but not least, number 5, single. Number 5 is easy, and I wish you all the best of luck. Number 5, enjoy this last summer of not being an adult. Because once you start college, you are on your way, if not already an adult. Okay, you gotta start buying your own food. If you don't want any from the cafeteria that's provided, you have to figure your own way out. You get stranded somewhere, you gotta call somebody. Mom and daddy not coming to get you, honey. Enjoy this last summer of being able to ask for gas money, of having somebody else stock your fridge every month, of being able to play the game all day when you get home, doing a little bit of homework, of what are some other things that I haven't just enjoyed in a long time. Oh my goodness, being able to go out every weekend and ask your parents to support that with money. If you didn't have a small job, even if you had a small job, your parents were still willing to give you a little change here and there. Having somebody pay for you to get your hair done, having somebody pay for you to get your nails done, your feet done. You're asking for a little bit of money. Having your parents buy you new outfits when you want them. Whew. I mean, the list goes on. It's about to get real for real for real. So this summer, just take it all in, these last few breaths of pre-adulthood. Because it's over, y'all. It's a scary place, but it's a good place. Enjoy these last few months of, kind of being able to play around, dip and dab in a few things. Now we're talking about purpose. Now we're talking about destiny. Now we're talking about the rest of your life. I say all of that to say, this summer is about relaxing and having fun, enjoying family. But it's also about the rest of your life and setting yourself up on that good path so that you're prepared, not just going in as a freshman to have fun, but going in as someone who's willing to have fun and see new things, have new adventures, but also be ready to start on this real path. And these are my 5 things that you should be doing this summer before you head off to college. Thanks for watching my video. Peace.